Welcome back to another episode of Look What Just Found. Today is episode 190. And what we got for you today is two penny rolls from two different banks. Customer wrap penny rolls. Now, I guess this is like my version of mixing it up. Now, what we'll do is this one. These are my favorite, and ones like this. There are other ones that colors are different, but they're extra large and they're easy. The pennies come out so easy in these. I'm gonna leave this for next. Hopefully we get to it. Um, this one does not have any marks on it, so hopefully it's not a custom. A search through roll. I don't think the other one is. Um, let's see how this one comes out. Oh, okay. That's so. You know what? It's funny because these must be the old versions. Um, these are the new ones, and and they look the same, but they're pretty tight. You know, you have to like even bang. Yeah, here's one. I think this is one of, and I used this. So I put 83 on mine. That tells everybody that there's no copper in it, and that basically it's searched. And this is 50 pennies. So when I put it down, it should be equal. And I've counted it several times because look, every time I get a roll that's like this, it has like, well, it could have extra paper on the bottom. So I always have to be careful with that. Oh yeah, see if I put it, see, yeah, see it's 50. It's 50. So this is my 50 penny roll. I don't have to count. I don't have to do nothing crazy. I just put it next to it and I know what it is. All right, so this one came out very nice, very good. These used to be $17 on eBay for 1,000, and I'm getting. Let me tell you, I'm getting through the box. Pretty crazy, pretty crazy, man. I'm getting through the box. So hopefully we find something good here. There is obviously copper in this, which is what we want to see, and there are some super duper heavily tarnished, and this one here has the turquoise on it, which is kind of surprising. On it looks like a copper penny, so maybe it's not copper because usually the turquoise is on the zinc cents. Oh, and the first cent I could see right here looks thin. So weird. Yeah, it's thinner on you could tell, right, when you're looking at the roll. This is why it's nice when they come out like this, because you could see them so much better. And yeah, I could just put it next to another, and you can see how thin it is. But I noticed that in the roll. And it's not even copper. That's the funny part because it looks like copper. But you can see it gets thicker. Maybe we should weigh it, right? I know that's what you're thinking because you're smart and I'm not. Well, I guess I'm smart, but just a little slow. All right, let's see what it says. 2.5. So there are variations to the planchets because of the sheet metal that's used to punch the planchets out. Let's see. So let's get busy, y'all. Let's see if we find anything interesting. 2001D. It's funny because on the mat it says P wide AM, but if it's wide, it's also an error. I never knew that. You know that? You know that? I never knew that. I never knew that. You know that? Ah, look at this. So look, isn't that funny how I told you it was I noticed it was thin right from the jump, and look, it's a I'm gonna call this a feeder error. Um, there's a feeder. If you've never seen a feeder, look it up. I'm not gonna do it right now. A lot of times I do show it, but if you look up a coin feeder, it's a little rectangle thing, and the coin is in it, and it goes da, 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 da. And if they get stuck, they'll uh, they'll mess up the edge. And I believe they're still considered mint errors because the finger feeder, whatever, picker upper, whatever it is a it's a mint machine. So even though it's not during the process of being struck, I believe it's still considered. You can correct me in the. This is a. Huh. No, it's enough. It's just a nice brown penny. The reverse to me, I thought was sintered because it's so brown, but no, it's not. It's just a really. Maybe it could be sintered. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. It's a very nice brown penny. 1980 D. Another 2024. It's got the VDB, and there's a few. Whatever. We're looking for the mysticism, double ear. We're looking for the grease strike. All right, and we have a zinc. We have a in our first three coins. We have a copper, a zinc, and an error. First three. So that's pretty good. You know, I like to do both rolls, but obviously, if I'm not going to rush this just to get to the next one. That's the oh wow, most likely zinc, but it is pretty. Yeah, 85. Only nice on one side. Isn't that wild? It's like what's pearlized, I believe, is one of. There's a few different terms for that look, right? Because it looks like the inside of an oyster, right? Mother of pearl kind of has that look. Oysters, pearlized is another term for that look. All right, we're gonna look for the extra V. Imagine if that was the extra V. Look at that big V next to the 23. Of course, it's not. That would be dumb. No. Nah. No extra V. No V for you. 2000, we're going to look for the white AM. Now, remember, I'm looking for the white AM on everything, whatever it is, 93 to 2008, right? Because isn't the 2009 is the special pennies. 2010 starts the shields. Oh, this feels like copper. We're going to test my my spidey senses. This really feels like copper. Let me look at it again. I want to be right. Yeah, this feels like copper. I mean, I just picked it up, and you could just after you. Oh, I don't got gloves on today. Oh, you dirty boy, you dirty little boy, you. 81. Yeah, I know. I don't know why I took out the scale. It's just whatever. We'll put this as AU. So, all right. So I'm gonna put them on the gloves. My fingers. I just with seven, 8 pennies, my fingers get dirty. It's disgusting. So if I do two, if I was gonna do the one roll, maybe I wouldn't put on. But pennies have to be the dirtiest coin. Don't touch the dirty money. Oh yeah, forget about bills. Those are the worst. Super duper dirty. Super duper oopa panoopa paloopa. Remember that? The paloopas? Oompa oompa dooper dee day. Alright, we're ready to rock and roll. Oh, alright, I got another copper. A lot of copper in this one. We've got one possible error so far. And we got that pearlized. So this is the one I was looking at before. Wow, that's some. And there's another one. I'm gonna put them to the side. I do have a kind of fascination with super destroyed pennies. There's another one in there that has like more has zinc rot. That, believe it or not, that one doesn't have zinc rot. 83. Look at that underneath the 8. You see that? Probably nothing. I still want to check it out though under the microscope. The loop. Yeah, I don't see anything. Yeah, it's a blazer out there today, man. Let me tell you. Past few days. See, this is most likely zinc, and it's 93 to 2008. So if I would have saw a white AM, I would have thought it was an earlier one, and then when I would have flipped it over and I would have saw this date, I would be like, "Oh, we found an error." And honestly, yeah, this is the one I was talking about. Clean this penny up, maybe. Nah, not really. I found one the other day that was really, really super beat up, decomposed. Yeah, I'm imagining if you found a white AM on other than the ones that are known to have the white AM. You know what I'm saying? So the P, the 1998, 99, 2000 P, or no mint mark, Philadelphia. Oh, I got another 2023. Did we find the 2023 before and I didn't check for the V? I don't know. I don't see it. So to me, and I'm probably wrong because I'm usually wrong. But like I found a white AM. What was it? 99, I think I found. And I did the video on it. So, but that means that's a variety. You know what I'm saying? It's a variety. Right? It's called an other key variety. And so anything else, so it's got to be before. Yeah, see, when I see the white AM, I'm like, all right, I know it's 92 or earlier. I think it's like 1959 or something like that to 1992. Got another copper, 62. If there's any doubling on the obverse, you see how weird that is? Look at the T. Then it's an other key variety. And W is pretty wild too. I mean, it's probably just a die error, but I mean, so is doubling. Doubling's a die error too. Well, the S and the T have some weird stuff going on with it. I'll zoom in a bit for you. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it like that or not. You know, I wouldn't consider that good doubling. Now, I have seen, same thing with the W. Yeah, it's a little weird. I mean, I have seen on some websites where they're looking for just changes in the serif. You know what I mean? And of course, I don't see any serifs on these, so maybe it's irrelevant. But when they look for these little tiny changes in the die, and they have a name for it, and they're valuable. Now, I don't know which ones those are. Maybe I'll put it to the side. It is cool. I mean, it's a 62. It's 59, 60, and 61 are bronze, so it's not bronze. As in rim dent. I'm not gonna screw around with it. '82. This is copper, large date, Philadelphia. We have one AU penny so far. No really good errors. AM's close, so you know the penny is 93 or later. 2007. Yeah, so I would imagine that would be a super duper valuable penny if you found. So this is a wide AM, so it's that means it's 90, 91 or earlier. Oh, now the 92. I'm sorry, I should have said 92 or earlier. Sorry, look at that. That's some nice machine doubling on that, huh? Yeah, so the 92 and earlier, if it's a close AM, then it's a super error. Probably crazy valuable. Look, it's got machine doubling all over the place. Yeah, I'm not crazy about it. I wish it was a close AM. That would have been cheese. I bet you this is too nice. This has got to be zinc. 2006. It's a nice 2006. It's kind of funky how his hair, his ear, his beard, they all have that same weird design. Almost looks like someone dropped a pot of spaghetti on his head. Another 20. Wow, a lot of 2023s in this row. I have to. There's something next to the V. It's probably just dirt. I'll give it a quick wipe just to make sure. I know there's certain places for the V. Eric from keeneEyeCollectables, his information is below. He's pretty much an expert on the extra V. Tell me that doesn't look like the extra V there though. Does it come next to it like that? I mean, it looks like a shadow almost, you know, so I'm pretty sure that's not an extra V. It's kind of weird how it looks like an extra V. Let me look at it under the loop again. Nah, 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 nah. It's not an extra V. It's an extra dirt mark or stain or something. Would have been cool if we found the extra V. So we got through this one. We got a few more. I know my members really like when I do the long ones. I guess you could just veg out, you know. Another one. You know, hear me talk some nonsense and veg out a bit on Look What Jess Found, you know. Grab your favorite beverage, some your favorite snack, you know, and you know, in the members only stuff, you know, I share some, which I haven't done one for a while. I need to. Um, no, I'm going to. Excuse me, need to. I'm going to. Huh. Look at that, right under the eye and the date. It's just staining. You know, I like to keep the schedule ahead, right? But there's so many reasons. I go into it every once in a while just to explain to people. I mean, not that no one even asked, so it doesn't even matter. No one cares. Doesn't matter. Stupid. Doesn't even matter what I do. No one cares. Um, but the members enjoy it. I know. I mean, you know, they like me. They like my content, my voice, the way I talk. Blah 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 blah. And so of course they like it because they get the notifications every time I put up a new video. So I mean, it's the summertime. If I'm going away, if I'm busy doing something, then you know that day I might not put up, or for a couple of days I might not put up videos. But also when I'm not feeling well, and you know this summer's been a little a mixed bag. Let's just call it like that. And you know, I feel young at heart, and I know that if you're in your 60s, someone who's in their 50s is young. You know, if you're in your 70s, obviously more so. But you know, stuff happens, and some stuff happened to me, and but I still put out videos. Um, for many reasons, besides the fact that you know I have a channel that's kind of active, and I want to be active, and also for the members, of course. Um, but you know, I try to kind of like I'm taking care of myself. I mean, if anyone has that question, not that anyone did, but I'm just saying I do take care of myself, the doctor's visits, medications, and all that stuff. So and exercise and eating right and all that jazz. I do all of that stuff. So don't anybody worry about that. I've taken off a few pounds. I started jogging. So, you know, Jess is doing the best he can. You know what I'm saying? To stay healthy. And not that much copper in this one, I have to say. One, two, three, four, five or six. Maybe we'll find another one. So that's pretty low. But my point was, my long way of getting to the point was that if you hear, you know, my energy low and stuff like that. Plus, I got off caffeine. Today is day, I think it's day 8 or 9. And because what happened was, I mean, I don't know exactly what happened, but what I think happened was, which is crazy, Um, and again, I've done a lot of medical stuff and research and medical diagnosis for my job, and using uh, the diagnostic text with the codes and all that for insurance. I did all that stuff for many years. It doesn't make me smart or anything, but I do have a kind of a good knack for assessment. 63D. There's any doubling on the obverse? We got and it's the 63D. That is the. Let me look at this under the. Man, that R looks doubled. I'm gonna wipe it a little bit just to get off a little bit of the dirt, and then we'll look at it close. So I might have been. So if you watched my earlier videos, you saw I was drink. I always had a cup of coffee, and I spoke about this in several videos before. I was drinking. Gotta look at this R. Ah, come on, man. I'm gonna shut off the light. Seriously? Okay. No. All right. Well, you have to look at it from there. Few of these letters might have doubling. Let me look at it again. Especially the R. I mean, it could be in other places too. So I'm gonna put that to the side. Hopefully, I gotta put on. I can't say hopefully every month. See what I just did. I almost lazied out. And I'll put a 1963D key variety question mark. Okay, and then I'll put the R as the. So let's see what I do. And then I'll put it on the piece of paper so that way I don't forget. I gotta turn the light back on. The other day I forgot to turn the light back on. And I was like, why does everything look so dark for? Duh. Yeah, so I was drinking tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of coffee, and over 100 ounces a day, and I might have be, I just might, not sure, I just might have had became caffeine sensitive as a result of. It's funny, right? Because you would think I desensitized, but I think the opposite happened, and it became sensitive, like burnt something out, that um, metabolizes caffeine or something. And anyway, also my blood pressure was very high and stuff like that, and so I'm on decaf now, and today is day 8, and I went off decaf like I want to say 2 years ago. See how nice they come out in this one. Oh no, there are a couple more in there. Okay. A lot of copper in this one, man. Man, I think this one might. I'm gonna put these to the side over here, so we know the difference between the two rolls. I bet you there's 25 coppers in here. I bet you a penny that there's 25 copper. Now, if a million people wanted me to pay up, I'd be in big trouble. But if I'm wrong, I'm saying. So, yeah, I think I became caffeine sensitive, and so I said I'm going to stop. And this was about a month and a half ago, and I started reducing. I don't know if anybody remembers. Probably my members remember me talking about reducing caffeine about going on a month and a half now. And that's a beauty. I put that into the fines. It's not quite AU. Look at this. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, this roll is going to be. It's kind of a shame that the best is for last. So people who didn't stay here to the end, they're going to miss out on the best part of the video. But, you know, que sera, sera. Remember that? Tough noogies? Oh, man, it's kind of dirty, man. That would have been nice. Oh, wow. Oh, no, that's just the dirt. You see how the dirt around the neck creates an illusion of doubling? But it's just the dirt or staining, whatever it is. And that looks like another A next to this penny's crazy. I'm not even gonna look at it, man. I'm putting it to the side. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a short on it, just in case we don't find too much stuff. I'll do a short. If I can remember, I'm not gonna do a note on it or anything like that. So, wasn't feeling well about a month and a half ago. I changed my medication, my blood pressure medication, helped out a lot. And 71D. No, it's the P that's the key variety. I'm gonna look at that in a second. Might be a collar error. Probably not. Look at the top of that A. That's pretty cool. Probably just a dye error. All right, let me look at the rim. Huh. Interesting. And yeah, so I said, you know what? So what happened was every time I love caffeine. I love the feeling of it and all that. I don't know about this one. I'm not gonna keep it. You know, that boost in the morning. Anyway, so every time I had, even after they changed my medication, every time I had a cup of coffee, a regular cup of coffee, like for the first couple days, I was like, boom, 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 like my heart would start racing. And I was like, WTH, you know? Yeah, this is not, I think this is a zinc. Yeah. So I said, all right, I don't want to just go cold turkey because I did it before and I felt, you know, like I was getting off of this is copper. Like I was getting off of some, I'll be honest with you, like some type of hardcore drug or something like that. That's how I felt. Not that I necessarily have experience getting off hardcore drugs, so don't, you know, misconstrue what I'm saying. But that's nice. I'll put this with the AUs. That's nice. So that's 2 AUs. Yeah. And then this one's the fine, right? Yeah, but that's fine. Okay, I'm doing good so far. And so I went to half calf and I reduced from like 100 ounces a day, 120 ounces a day. I reduced it to like 16, like 2 cups of half calf, which was like 1 cup of regular coffee. So I did that for a month. I did it for a month. Did it for a month, man. And I felt kind of weird. I got to tell you the truth. I felt a little weird. And there's all caffeine withdrawal, man. It's crazy, man. Crazy, especially if you're on high amounts of caffeine. It's bananas. I put that as the AU. A lot of copper. I told you there's a lot of copper in this one. We'll do it. We'll see if I did the 50% copper at the end. Anyway, so just to get through this caffeine story, coffee story. Oh, right through the letters. That's pretty cool. No doubling though. So and then, like I said, 8 9 days ago, I stopped completely. And I have to say, if you watch my videos from 8 days ago, you know, it might seem like I was struggling a little bit, and or off. It might seem like I was off, and I would say that probably was. And I think today is one of the first days that I'm feeling like regular Jess again, man. It's bananas, man. How we get, I shouldn't say we, I get, like hooked on something, candy, snacks, I put weight on, and how that can affect me, you know. And the same thing with the caffeine, like I'm pretty extreme type of person, and so, but believe it or not, I'm not that extreme with the decaf. Did I have a decaf today? Right? Yeah, I had 1 cup of decaf. I'm probably gonna go. It's early still. I got up early. I went for my slow jog. A little grease strike there, probably. Oh, that's copper. Oh wow, that's a beauty, huh? Okay, I'll hold on to that too. I like to clean that one actually. See how it looks cleaned. I bet it would be really pretty. And so what I with the research that I did on caffeine for those who are interested, I think I may. And again, if the only people who are here now after 37 minutes are probably my members and diehard subscribers. If there are any diehard subscribers out there, put a still here in the comments below, and I'll know. You can even put a timestamp if you want. And oh yes, and the research I did is, if I remember correctly, I'm going by memory now. That don't forget, if there's a close AM from 59 to 92, that's an error. Just saying. Just something I don't even look for probably, but need to, right? That would be an error. Probably a valuable error because oh, that's nice. That's a nice machine doubling. That's what you want to see a machine doubling, where there's like shapes and stuff. You know what I mean? And that's cool, man. See the end? It has like, because of the hub. Yeah, I know it's all screwed up. Sorry, it's against the light. How about if I put on? Okay, how about right there? Maybe see it. Yeah, and you see how the hub, the end of the end, kind of bleeds, it leaks into the hub. That's cool. That's nice. Yeah. So my research said that caffeine has a life of 3 days, but if you're sensitive, it could be 9 to 12 days of feeling withdrawal from stopping um, caffeine. So I have to admit, man, like, what's that? What is that? Tell me that doesn't look weird. Let me look at that under the loop. So yeah, those first. I mean, again, I wasn't feeling good last month, so I didn't know what was going on. You know what I mean? Oh no, that's just a stain under the U, but it's, man, it looks really cool looking. And and today is one of the first days that, I don't know. I mean, I feel better after the past month and a half, which is, you know, oh, what year is this? What a weird shine it has to it. Very coppery. Hmm. No, I might be wrong. I don't know if there's going to be 25 coppers in here. We'll count it at the end. Maybe it's 20, which I'm still happy with. I saw that at the end. What year is this? 87? It's not a key variety, but yeah, that's nice. I don't know what it is. Probably just a what do they call that? A bulge, divulge. I don't think it's a clash. It's pretty cool though. We'll look at that later. So anyway, been drinking coffee since I was a little kid, and here I am. Well, I guess I'm still drinking coffee, right? Mom, I'm just drinking decaf. So I am still drinking coffee. It's the coffee bean that has the medicinal um, qualities, not caffeine. Caffeine is, I think, it's a harmful chemical, like nicotine. I mean, nicotine's a poison, right? They use it to. It's an insecticide. They spray it on plants to kill bugs. And caffeine, I don't know what they use it for. Sure, they use it for something. I'll put this with the AUs. This is nice, really nice. No BUs today. We got a bunch of AUs. 63. So that's my story. For those of you who care to hear it, hopefully, I mean, I'll never drink coffee again. I mean, caffeinated coffee again. That was pretty. I got to be honest with you, man. It was pretty. And every time I had a cup of caffeinated coffee, my heart would start racing. I was like, "Oh, what's going on here, man?" You know, I got really nervous about it, to be honest with you. And I was like, I got to get off of this, but I kept remembering how I felt when I got off of it a few years ago or a couple years ago, and I felt definitely sick. This is a beauty. We got an 82 small date here. Let me weigh it. Let me see if I could tell what it is first. Man, it looks like copper. This is a copper. See, so that's what the small date looks like. So all of those people that you see on eBay that they basically find a large date that's kind of has a funky dye error, and they call it a small date. It's not. They're lying. The small date D copper is big time cheese. So I'm going to say this is copper. Yeah, 303. So it is copper. I was correct. And it's in very nice condition. Yeah, so I'll flip this one. That's nice. That's a really nice um, penny. That's a nice find there. Split rim or wire rim. Yeah, so today's day 8 or 9. And I'm really happy because, I felt I felt kind of weird in the previous videos. I'm like, where's my energy? You know what I mean? And that's one of the withdrawal symptoms of caffeine withdrawal is lowered energy. And like I said, I was drinking 100 and 100 to 120 ounces a day. So don't do that. Don't do that. That's dumb, and I'm dumb. Don't be dumb like me. You see that? See, that's the large date, right? Yeah, this is nice. Nice comparison. And some people will take, like, sometimes the 2, right, in the large date looks weird. This is a copper large date, Philadelphia. And they'll say, "Oh, that's the," and if it's a Denver, they'll say, "Oh, that's it's a small date," right? Because it's a Denver, and no one's seen a Denver small date, really, copper. But that's what it has to look like. If it doesn't look like that, um, they're lying, right? So I've done this. I've done this before. I guess we'll kind of end the video on this. Um, Again, whoever's here, I've shown this so many times before. I have a whole video on it. I think I even put one of the videos in the description below. There's a link you can just click on. So the right. So this is the small date, and this is the large date. They're both copper, so they're both more or less over 3 grams, right? So the large date looks like a candy cane, right? So here's a candy cane, right? That's a candy cane, or an upside down umbrella stick, right? And I'll show you. I'll turn it around afterwards. But the small one looks like what? A question mark, right? So that's how you tell the difference between the large date and the small date. 82 copper Denver, Philadelphia Denver, copper zinc, whatever. That's how you tell the difference, right? So the 2 on the small date looks like a question mark, right? If you had a little dot there, it would be a question mark. And it's that curve there, right? So here now, if we complete it, that's it. We got the small date 2, right? And the other one, the large date, right? We have to turn this around now. I said umbrella, right? Excuse me, or a candy cane, right? So this is how the large date 2 looks like. It looks like a candy cane, right? So that's how you know the difference between the small date and the large date. Um, One has the question mark curve, and the other one is straight down. So what happens is with some, right, with some dies, right, the hammer, right, the hammer, sometimes it has, you know, imperfections, right, and it'll look like that, and they'll say, oh, that's the small. They're lying, right? And you'll notice that those people have like zero feedback or very low feedback, and they're basically scam artists. So watch out for them. So hopefully that was helpful to those who did. All my members know because, of course, because I talk about it all the time, and they know already, but they've seen my illustrations before, I guess is what I'm saying. So I'll put those to the side. We only have a few more to do. Misaligned die, 1980. Oh, that looks odd in his hair, right? What year is it? 87. All right. I guess it just has how, I guess, you know, when you start to focus on look at that. Let me look at that under the loop. Certain aspects, and your eyes can play tricks on you. Well, that's the hub, the tilted hub. The hammer die tilted hub is causing some anomalies there. You can see it's like the you know, shapes start coming out. Does it have any value? I'm going to say no. It's not. It's not that contrasty. Oh, what a beautiful 78. I'm going to put that to the 8. There's too much damage on this. This would not get an MS. It's just very, it's kind of bright, you know, but it would not get an MS grade. I mean, it's probably like an AU 56, 54, something like that. So I will put it with the AUs. It's nice. I mean, can it get away in the BU role? Yeah, probably, but it's really, you know, I don't know if I'd want this out of a BU role, to be honest with you, you know. So I'm going to put it with the AUs. And last but not least, it's a zinc. All right, so I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're still here after 54 minutes, thank you. I appreciate it. God bless. Oh, we said we are going to look at how much copper we got, right? All right, let's see. And there's a cup on the bottom. So let's see. We got 1, 2, we got 5, 9, 9 and 4, 13. 13 and 7 is 20. And then on the bottom here, we have 21, 22. So I was close. Oh, and this one is this 23? I don't know. Yeah, I think this is copper too. 23. Okay, I was close. I said half. I said half, and it was 23. And I'm not sure if I dropped one over here or not. I can't remember. The wrong, the wrong side. So I was pretty close. I said, oh, it's probably half. So I think we got 23 out of 50 coppers, which is crazy. And then we got these beauties here from this roll. And then the other roll, we got one AU, really nice one. And then, of course, we got the 82s that are really nice. All right, so thank you. I hope you enjoyed the video. God bless. I'll see you. This was episode, what, 190, right? 190. I'll see you in episode 191.